Well, folks, we're gathered here today to talk about beauty. Not the kind you find in a sunset or a newborn baby. No, we're here to talk about Hasanabi's new streaming setup.
I feel like this, I don't like the overexposure here, but for the most part, I think this new setup looks really, really, really nice compositionally. Holy, we've got like almost like some rule of thirds division here. I love the angles. Like pointing to this corner here is nice. I don't know how I feel about like necessarily the colors here. I think the lights could all be turned down a bit. This might be the sunlight coming in too, maybe. Angle on like the desk here, the corners and the angles on this, like all the lines are so nice compositionally in this setup. Some of these frames are not straight, but okay. He's about to trigger the me, isn't he?
Something that I mentioned.
Why is he so horrible at dealing with confrontation? Why doesn't he write out arguments beforehand? I don't know. Like if I wanted to be a big, rude about it or assume my own ideological superiority, I guess, I would say this maybe the type of person who would be smart enough to construct better arguments on the fly to defend the crazy would never fall for the stupid shit Hassan is saying in the first place, so they wouldn't have that ideology. Maybe. I don't know. What is this? And or narcissistic, he didn't hire any models for his clothes. I super disagree. If you're a Hassan fan, then it's because you like Hassan. Why would he pay other people to model his clothes? He should model them all himself. I think his website is laid out really nicely, actually. And it's good that he like modeled all of these too and like went around and did photos and everything for it. Look at the years at the bottom. They're so corrupt, collusion, collapse, capitalism in decay, world tour. Oh my God.
Destiny, the guy who'd argue with a brick wall about tax policy and win, is sitting in his gaming chair, probably sipping some hyper-optimized electrolyte drink, staring at his monitor like it's the Mona Lisa. And what's he looking at? Not a spreadsheet of debate prep, not a clip of some Twitter dunk gone wrong. No, he's gazing at Hasanabi's new streaming background like it's a sunset over the Grand Canyon. This is a man who lives to dismantle bad takes, yet here he is, waxing poetic about composition, angles, and the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds. I didn't know Destiny had an inner art critic, but apparently he's out here channeling Bob Ross, whispering sweet nothings about visual balance while Hassan's face looms in the frame like a socialist Mount Rushmore. Let's pause and appreciate the absurdity. These two are like oil and water, or more accurately, like a spreadsheet and a protest sign. Destiny's the guy who'd fact-check your grandma's cookie recipe mid-bite, while Hassan's out there preaching about late-stage capitalism in a tank top that probably costs more than my rent. They're not just rivals, they're the embodiment of the internet's eternal cage match, logic versus vibes. Yet here's Destiny, not clapping back with a 12-point rebuttal but throwing compliments like he's at a wedding toast. The setup looks really, really, really nice. 3 reallys. That's not analysis, that's a love letter. I'm half expecting him to send Hassan a fruit basket next, maybe with a note that says, "Great angles, comrade, let's grab a smoothie." What's wilder is the specificity. Destiny's not just saying, "Hey, cool vibes." He's breaking down the composition like he's judging a photography contest at the county fair. He's talking about lines, corners, and how everything points to some magical focal point in the upper right quadrant of Hassan's stream. I can see him now, squinting at his screen, muttering about the golden ratio while his chat loses its mind. And you know what? I get it. A good streaming setup is like a well-cooked steak. It doesn't need to be fancy, but if the presentation's on point, you're gonna notice. Hassan's got his desk angled like it's ready to star in a Wes Anderson movie, all sharp lines and intentional asymmetry. It's the kind of setup that says, "I'm here to talk about class warfare, but I'm doing it with aesthetic." But then Destiny throws a curveball. He's not sold on the colors. The colors. This man's out here critiquing Hassan's lighting like he's Gordon Ramsay yelling about raw chicken. Too much sunlight, he says. Turn down the lights, he says. I'm dying. Imagine Hassan mid-rant about billionaires getting a DM from Destiny that's just, "Bro, your white balance is off. Fix it." It's such a petty flex, but it's peak Destiny. Praise with a side of shade. He's like, your setup's a masterpiece, but also maybe don't blind your audience. And the sunlight thing? Oh, that's rich. Hassan's probably streaming from a penthouse in LA, sunlight pouring in like it's mocking the proletariat, and Destiny's over here like, this natural light is capitalist propaganda. Now let's talk about the frames. Destiny notices some of Hassan's wall art is crooked, and I swear this is the most human thing he's ever done. We've all been there, staring at a slightly tilted picture frame, feeling our souls itch. But Destiny doesn't just let it slide. He calls it out, like Hassan's interior decorator committed a war crime. I'm picturing Hassan's chat exploding with Framegate memes while Destiny sits back smug, knowing he's just sparked a week-long Reddit thread. And you know what? As a liberal, I'm here for it. Life's messy, frames get tilted, and sometimes you need a frenemy to point it out so you can fix it, or lean into the chaos and tilt everything else to match. But the real kicker, Destiny's not just praising the setup. He's got heart eyes for Hassan's physique. This is where the universe folds in on itself. Hassan, the guy who looks like he could bench press a Tesla while quoting Marx, is out here modeling his own clothing line, and Destiny's like, yeah, that's the move. I mean, come on. Hassan's built like a Greek statue who just discovered protein shakes, and Destiny's giving him props for strutting around in his own merch like it's Paris Fashion Week. It's not just admiration, it's borderline fanboy energy. I'm waiting for Destiny to drop a no-homo disclaimer, but nope, he's all in, hyping up Hassan's biceps like they're the real revolution. And the clothes, Destiny's emphatic. Hassan shouldn't hire models. Why would he? The man's a walking billboard for his own brand. This is where I, as a liberal, start nodding like I'm at a poetry slam. In a world obsessed with outsourcing everything, labor, art, even our opinions, there's something pure about Hassan saying, nah, I'll model my own stuff. It's not just confidence, it's a middle finger to the machine. He's out here, ripped, posing in his capitalism sucks tees, and Destiny's like, respect. It's a rare moment of unity, like two wolves howling at the same moon, even if one's howling about data and the other's howling about vibes. But Destiny can't help himself. He's gotta poke the bear. He's like, Hassan's great, but why's he so bad at confrontation? Oh, here we go. This is classic Destiny, slipping a dagger into the compliment sandwich. He's praising the setup, the physique, the hustle, but then he's like, also, your arguments are trash and you'd fall for a cult if it had good branding. I'm cackling. It's such a backhanded burn, delivered with the precision of a surgeon. And the ideological superiority bit. That's Destiny admitting he thinks he's smarter than Hassan, which, let's be real, is his entire brand. He's like, I'd never fall for the dumb stuff Hassan believes because I'm built different. It's arrogant, it's hilarious, and it's the kind of self-aware jab that makes you respect the guy, even if you want to chuck a tomato at him. As a liberal, though, I'm sitting here reflecting on this like it's a campfire story. Destiny's critique of Hassan's debate skills isn't just shade, it's a mirror. We're all out here building our setups, flexing our brands, trying to look good while dodging the hard stuff. Hassan's got the angles, the lighting, the abs, but when the gloves come off, does he crumble? Maybe. And Destiny, for all his spreadsheet supremacy, isn't perfect either. He's out here praising his rival, which is either growth or a midlife crisis. Either way, it's human, it's messy, it's us. Let's zoom out. This whole saga, Destiny fawning over Hassan's stream, his clothes, his everything, is a microcosm of the internet age. We're all performers, curating our little corners of the digital void, hoping someone notices our rule of thirds game or our gym progress. And when your sworn enemy gives you a nod, that's the good stuff. That's the validation we're all chasing, whether we're streaming to thousands or just posting a selfie for our mom to like. Destiny and Hassan, for all their differences, are just two dudes trying to make sense of the chaos, one stream at a time. So here's to the tilted frames, the overexposed lights, and the grudging respect between foes. Here's to the absurdity of praising your rival's glow-up while sharpening your knives for the next debate. And here's to the liberal in me, laughing at the madness, knowing that even in this polarized, algorithm-driven hellscape, we're all just trying to get our angles right.